The motivation behind this project is the fact that so many things happen every day. It is extremely difficult to keep up with it all. A summary allows for a reader to get the important parts of an article without having to read the entire thing. This lets the reader decide if they are content with that amount of information or if they want to read the rest of the article. So summaries essentially save time. By using an extractive approach to summarization, I was able to take sentences from the actual articles to use in the summary rather than producing completely new sentences. In order to create a strategy of selecting which sentences to go into the final summary, I created heuristics to rank sentences and topic segments within the article. The first heuristic ranks sentences towards the beginning of a paragraph more than sentences towards the end. This is because most articles are written to where the beginning sentences contain more information. The second heuristic finds all sentences that are quotes and adds a penalty to these sentences. And the third heuristic determines the relevancy of each sentence to the overall topic of the article. It does this by creating a dictionary which contain the frequency of words that are not stop words within the article. It then compares the words in the frequency table to the words in the sentence. If the sentence contains words that are in the table, its rank will increase. The more words a sentence has that are relevant, the higher its score will be. In order to rank subtopics within an article, I first had to split the article up by these topics. To do this, I used the NLTK text tiling tokenizer package. The first heuristic finds the introduction and concluding segments of an article and gives them a higher rank. This is because these segments typically contain a great amount of information about an article. The second heuristic finds segments that only consist of one sentence and lowers its rank. The third heuristic penalizes segments where no sentences have a score greater than 0. As an example, I am using this article that was just written for the New York Times. This article contains 51 sentences and 11 subtopic segments. This photo shows a list of weights which correspond to each sentence in the article. This list is after the first heuristic is ran, which ranks the beginning sentences greater. As you can see, the weights within each segment start at point 1 and get smaller. Then, when a new segment is found, the weights start back at point 1. This photo shows the weights of each sentence after the second heuristic is ran, which adds a penalty to quotes. And this photo is after the third heuristic is ran, which determines the relevancy of each sentence to the overall topic of the article. After the sentence heuristics are finished, the segment heuristics are then ran. This photo shows the weights of each subtopic segment after all three are ran. The only two weights that are different are the introduction and concluding segments. This is because for this specific article, there were no segments with only one sentence, and no segments that had all sentence weights less than 0. This picture shows the final summary. It is 20% of the original length of the article, which is 10 sentences. The highest ranking sentences within the highest ranking subtopic segments are chosen for the final summary.